Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to my video. I'm very happy to share with you some information about the new moon in Capricorn today, which is the 23rd of December 2022. And this is really exciting because it is the last video for 2022. So what this video really is going to be doing is just giving this information so that we can take it and use it to plant seeds for the new year ahead. So with the new moon, of course, we've just come out of the Sagittarius season, and Sagittarius energy is very much all about this energy of being very positive, very generous. It is Sagittarius, it's fire, it's expansive is the main one, and it is about higher purpose as well. And I personally see it as very angelic energy. When I visualize it, I sort of see angel wings, because it's about that sort of, floating above the earth, and this sort of, it's the philosophical, truth-seeking, higher way of being. Very benevolent and very giving, very positive. So that is that Sagittarius energy. Now that's what we've come from, and what we're moving into with this new moon is Capricorn. And Capricorn is very determined, it's very success-oriented, goal-oriented. It's wanting to climb, to achieve, and it's very steady. It's about building solid foundations for future. And so it's quite a nice transition from this Sagittarius energy of that higher purpose. And so I'm talking about that today, but also there's involvement with Chiron. So I'll be tying that in as well, about how that Chiron energy is affecting this Capricorn new moon. But to touch more on this Capricorn, so ruled by Saturn, which is, Saturn is the black planet of the solar system. So it's all about, restrictions, boundaries, challenges. Can be very hard and serious. Capricorns can be very, very serious and it's also about hard work, working hard, and challenges. And so what this new moon in Capricorn then is about is accepting these challenges. And Capricorn as well, if we look at the symbology, it's symbolized by the goat, but also the goat with the fishtail. And what that represents is this journey, this soul journey, which is from the depths of the ocean, from the very primordial beginning to the highest mountains. And so it's that full spectrum of this reality here on Earth. And that's where the challenges come in, because it's about this self-mastery, and it's making it all the way to the very end, from the beginning to the end. And that is what this self-mastery journey is about. And so this is very much highlighted with this new moon in Capricorn. And it is also about overcoming challenges, but also Capricorn is tied in as well with karma. And so the concept of karma, to explain that in terms of Capricorn, it's about if something happens, then it's got to be repaid. And that's where the sort of seriousness and that can be almost a bit like with Capricorn, that deprecating energy, where they can be so hard on themselves that they, life is just tough and hard, and it's that's that really serious sort of, no, it's got to be hard, it can't be nice, it's got to be tough. And that's a very Saturnian energy, and so it can be sort of unyielding as well, and a bit unforgiving, which can be rectified. But that's the sort of general sort of feeling that Capricorn can have. And so with this karma, it's about that sort of automatic payback, and that's that really hard, it's got to be like that. But also what's interesting about Capricorn is that they, as a Capricorn person, they actually the experience of being a Capricorn is that in their lives, generally speaking, or what I've noticed with Capricorns, is they have a very difficult childhood. It's because this is karma, because it comes from past life. So they come into this life, on this reality, as a Capricorn, and it's karma that's got to be paid back. So it's immediate challenge as a childhood or into adolescence. And then as they get older, and so that's why they can be very serious as children. And so they've got this very unique, I suppose you could call it trait or experience, where they experience their childhood like a serious adult, where it's not about play, but it's all very serious. But then as they get older, they become more and more playful. So they actually age in reverse. And so what you can also maybe notice with Capricorns is that they actually, as they get older, they tend to look younger, which is phenomenal. It's a phenomenon. And so you can look up celebrities who are Capricorn, and you might notice this. I've researched into this myself, and it's blew my mind when I realized, like, wow, there is truth to this. So it's very fascinating with this Capricorn energy that, that's that karma. That's how it works with that karma. So very interesting. And so, very much about determination and, sowing seeds for the future. It's about success and determination, but not success in a way that is, even though Capricorn is about material success, but it's not about having things for the sake of having things. And this is also highlighted at the moment with this new moon, that we're coming out of Sagittarius, which is about higher purpose, not lower purpose, but higher purpose for being here on earth. Your reason for your life here on earth. What is your purpose here on earth? And so with this Capricorn, it is about the high purpose, being, but it's success of bringing your higher purpose into this reality. And that is the reward. That is how you get rewarded, which is a really big theme for Capricorn. It wants to get the reward at the end. That is what success looks like to this Capricorn energy. And so when we're thinking about the year ahead in 2023 and what it is that we want to achieve, which is a very Capricorn energy, it is about what is going to be really rewarding for me. This is what fulfillment is. And because this isn't talking about just getting things, because I want a new car or I want it, these things necessarily. It's about what is really rewarding for me. And that is what should be guiding any goals that we're wanting to set, or any seeds that we want to plant for this Capricorn season. So that's what we've got with the new moon in Capricorn. And so it's about self-mastery is Capricorn, because it's you know, having these challenges. Now I will speak to as well that you know, with we're in this we've gone through this big rebirth that we've all gone through over the past couple of years, and we are in this new energy which is just so ripe for manifesting. And so that's also something that's an excellent thing to remember while writing these you know, or thinking about your goals for 2023. We are in a time where manifestation is becoming really, really fast, and it's so much more about feeling what it is that you want. And with this Capricorn energy, it can be really very much you know, while we're reflecting on the year or we're finishing things up for the year, you know, there can be a feeling of sort of even like a fed upness with things that we've been doing, and that's actually very healthy. That's not a bad thing, because that is an indicator, and that is what can push us, because that's also our boundaries, setting our boundaries, saying I'm fed up with this, I've had enough, that's it, and being able to very pragmatically say I don't want that in my life anymore. And the amazing thing is that if you very, very much in a very determined way, which is again this Capricorn energy, say I do not want this anymore, and if you know that it's not serving your highest purpose, whatever that thing is, it's instant how things can shift and new things, the right things can come in. But it's also about knowing as well what it is that is right for you, or feeling that, and feeling where you fit, or where you gravitate towards, what these things are, these that you know, you're wanting to create in your life. And so it's very powerful, this manifestation energy that we're in nowadays. So yeah, so what we're wanting to achieve for this new year, and so pulling that in, and yeah, manifestation. So yeah, what it is, so yeah, about these opportunities through this manifestation that can come like that. They with this Capricorn energy, yes, the opportunities can come, and very quickly, but remembering that with Capricorn, no reward is without hard work first. And so even though you might get this new opportunity, that's only the beginning. It's not that, oh wow, it's come to me and everything's just going to be rainbows and butterflies and I can just sit back. And no, it's given to you, but this karma, this self-mastery, it's going to come with all of its own challenges, and it's actually going to ask you again to put in even more work and work hard, and it's going to have all of its own challenges. There's going to be no free ride. You've got to work hard when these opportunities do come up in order to still get that reward. But that is the leveling up, and that is the self-mastery, because it will have its own challenges, and that is this Capricorn energy. So just remembering that, you know, as we're setting these intentions, or asking for these opportunities to manifest, and that's important to remember, because that's this Capricorn energy. So but it is also, yeah, it's about feeling what drives you, and being absolutely committed and determined to yourself, and know absolutely that it is that you want this. That's how you manifest, is you are absolutely committed to it. Absolutely. There is no question about it. And that's that determination. That's this Capricorn energy, and that is very powerful energy. So this can be a very, very powerful manifesting time. Yeah, and whatever it is that you're not wanting to put up with anymore, very helpful to also know what it is that it's taught you. So it's not letting go of those things and just being fed up with them, because, you know, Capricorn is all about that learning still, and because it can be that sort of teacher role, an authority figure. So knowing how those restrictions have actually helped you to grow. And so when you can notice, how you have grown, you've outgrown it, that's that self-mastery. So you are like the goat climbing the mountain. You keep climbing, and each time looking back at how far you've come. So that's important to remember as well, and can be very helpful. And so with Capricorn too, what's helpful with this energy is with these challenges that do come up, is to accept the challenge. Accept the challenge. Be bold enough to accept those challenges that come up, because that is this commitment, and that is the determination to be successful, is to accept the challenge. And that can be difficult, but that is what Capricorn energy is about. It's accepting the difficulties. And boy, is that powerful. So that's very inspiring. I find that very inspiring personally. And that's the energy that you want to take into the new year. So really tuning into that, because if you can set that up for the new year, and now it's very important because it is the new moon. We've just had the solstice as well. So it's the very, it's all about to start to turn the other way again and go back the other way. Depending on which side of the earth you live on. It's been the deepest part of the winter, and now it's all going to turn back and start becoming summer again, and vice versa for the southern hemisphere. So this is the time to be setting those intentions. Now, the last thing that I'll touch on is the Chiron. And so Chiron, for anybody who doesn't know, is the wounded healer. And this asteroid is actually not talked about a lot in astrology, but for anybody who dives deeper into astrology, you know about it. But to me, it's actually very important, and I wish it was more prominent in astrology, that people would know about it, because it really does shape a lot of our lives, because it's our wounds, it's our pain points, it's where we're sore or where our weaknesses are. And it's those little things that come up in life, or it may not be little actually, it's the themes that continue to come up in our lives, where we get, oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. That's painful. Oh, that's really painful for me. And it can affect us in many different ways. And it depends where it does sit in your chart as to how it's going to show up in your life. But it will be this recurring theme that we've chosen as a theme, a pain theme in our lives to grow from, what we've got to overcome, which is interesting that it is being brought up. There's this correlation between it and the new moon in Capricorn, which is again all about, it's the pain, it's Saturn, it's the restrictions. And so it is the Chiron is what it is these pain points are. And so Capricorn is a very pragmatic, very steady and slow and sure energy. So we can use this Capricorn energy to work through these pain points that are coming up now, and really become aware of what these triggers are, because so often, we can be so caught up in life that these pain points just happen and we react and react. And now is a really excellent time to pay attention to how Chiron has, where the sore points that come up in your life right now. What are these little things that have come up in the last 24 to 48 hours that, oh, that hurts, oh, that's painful, and it's stirred up some kind of emotion, whether it's upset, sad, angry, any of these, more negative emotions. And it's very important to become aware of these and to observe them. And because when you do that, you have a choice. You can say, no, I'm going to work through this, and I'm going to actually process it. I'm going to just observe it, and I'm not going to let it hit me this time. And so when you can do that, again with this Capricorn energy, that is this leveling up. It is that self-mastery, mastering the emotions, mastering the pain, and working through it in a very steady, pragmatic way that says, no, I'm not going to respond to that. I have a choice, and I'm choosing to leave that behind. I'm not going to allow that to get me anymore, to feel pain anymore, because it's taking that empowerment back of choosing what hurts you and what doesn't. So that's becoming more conscious. And that again is that Capricorn self-mastery energy. So that's how that's playing out with this new moon in Capricorn with Chiron. And I think we can use that as a very powerful tool to set us up for the future, that these pain points no longer need to be these things that hold us back or hold us down, and that we can then rise above it and become empowered. So I hope that that's helpful for you. So I think that's everything that I've touched on. So what I will say as well, what can be helpful is to really tune in to your being with this Capricorn energy. If you want to, really do like a meditation, to tune in to setting intentions for the year ahead, to really understand that you've got this physical body, but it is I want to say it's alive, but it's more than alive, because of course you're alive, but it's every cell of your being is vibration. That is your energy. Every cell is a tiny little frequency that is vibrating. That is what makes up your body. And so to really tune into your being and feel every cell of your being that is vibrating as this fire, this electricity, this spark, this light, and feel that as well in your stomach, which is where our desire and our will comes from. And so to really powerfully feel that as a physical experience, and then understand that this is how we can also manifest and pull things into our reality, and to feel very determined that good things are going to come, and I'm worthy of these things in my life, or whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. But it's part of that higher purpose as well, so keeping that in mind. So that can be a helpful exercise, and I hope that everything that I've said in this video is helpful to really tune into that, and then create that space for yourself to create and manifest as the magnificent creators that we are. So with that, I think that's going to end today's video. And yeah, just really understanding that Capricorn, it's not going to be without its trials and its challenges, accepting them anyway, and how powerful and strong that will make us. And that's how we become the masters of this reality. And what a wonderful, amazing, beautiful thing to experience. So I hope that you have a wonderful end of 2022. I know that I'm going to be planning myself some exciting things for 2023, so stay tuned for those announcements coming up. And so that's what I'll be doing. Wishing you a wonderfully blessed new moon in Capricorn and Capricorn season, and that planting those seeds with commitment and determination and passion, let's say, as well, because that's what I'm all about. So wishing you a wonderful 2023, and I look forward to seeing you again in the new year. Happy New Year.